Welcome to my Buds Class 234 reaction videos. I'm your host, Jake Zweig, crazy ass mentor to a bunch of dudes that we always call building champions for life. We got submarine captains, Navy pilots, Air Force pilots, Army Rangers, doctors, neurosurgeons, you name it, we got it all. Hey, we getting back in the video game. If you got questions, you want to shoot a Zoom, hey, I'm letting you stay off the Zooms because they're trying to kill my guys at Buds. So you ain't got to be on the Zoom, but we'll talk. You hear your voice. You got total covert activity. All right, let's get to the magic, man. I hope you enjoyed this video. Today, we're going to watch some guys IBF surf passage, better known as paddling rubber boats through big waves. Hey, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell for notifications, and let's rock and roll.
Hurry up!
After the run, Class 234 prepares for sea.
Hey, knuckleheads, why don't you guys move down?
The instructors hope that surf passage will cause more students to question their commitment to training and drop out.
So it's always interesting at Buds. The surf always varies. In the summer, it's a little bit low, maybe big waves 6 feet tall, but in the winter, buddy, you get some 14-footers, okay? Don't get it twisted. Anything over about 6-8 feet, major problem, because if it crashes in the bottom of the boat, folds the boat up like a taco, and shoots people both directions. We're going to see some craziness today. I always thought the boats was a good time, to be honest with you, man. You get in the boat, you paddle the boat, got to look for the rip current. If you in charge, you out at Buzz, the rip current is key. Lets you win all the races, but you got to know what the rip current looks like.
Surf passage consists of boat crews racing each other through the surf in their 10-foot rubber rafts. Most of the class have never seen waves this big.
Fellas, come on now, this is the fun part of the day.
Oh, I'm fired up!
It's gonna be fun.
All right, so let me give you a little intel. This ain't first phase. I mean, it's first phase, but they in Hell Week right now. So the people, the directors of Discovery Channel cut the video a little bit different because the only time you got your helmet rigged up like that or your hat with the shot line is in Hell Week. Every other time it would just be on your head. You wouldn't have a hat on in the ocean. If you're going to rock portage, you'd have helmets on. But most of the time, you just ain't have a cover on during this stuff because you would lose your cover in the ocean. So they obviously in Hell Week, they cut it like they're still in first phase. First phase, I guess they still in first phase in Hell Week, but this ain't the beginning of, this ain't their first day. They just cut it that way.
Stroke. I tell you what, go faster, dig deep, and just say stroke every time, and we'll get out there.
In Boat Crew 11, Fox, an enlisted man, is instructing the boat crew. Instructors are not pleased. Shoemaker, the boat crew leader, is not showing leadership.
Rig for sea!
After his poor showing earlier in PT and the 4-mile run, Shoemaker is bringing unwanted attention on himself.
So, yo, they getting ripped for rigging for sea. So you got a crotch strap, but most of the time the crotch strap isn't through your legs because it'll rub you raw. But when you go out in the ocean, you put your crotch strap on. Little sidebar, man, my dude, we got brand new life jackets. They didn't have a crotch strap. We went out in the ocean, do surf passage in El Nino. One of the dudes got his life jacket ripped off. I took muster. We were one short. All the instructors dove in the water. 5 minutes later, they came back with a young man. He was exhausted, swimming for his life. I'm going to tell you, I was in that same situation. My life jacket started to get sucked off my body. I sucked my arms down tight to keep it on. Hey, man, you got to make sure you're looking out for your own welfare at all times because Mother Nature's trying to kill you, buddy. Trying to kill you.
And his boat crew.
You're gonna see life jackets scattered.
Paddling rafts in high surf is more difficult and dangerous than it might appear. Men can be smashed together in the boiling water, get hit by flying paddles, or become tangled up underneath the raft. In surf this big, the emphasis is on swim buddies sticking together and boat crews working together. But the pressure to win the race is never ending, and the instructors are watching and waiting for any signs of weak effort.
One man left. Another one.
You got to put out. You can't be afraid, even when it's big. When it's time to go, you got to go, and when it's time to sit back, you got to sit back.
So they picking up all these paddles and debris on the beach. Call it a yard sale. Them motherfuckers got yard saled out there. You know how you go to somebody's house, they having a yard sale, all this shit spread out all over the place? That's what we call it when your boat gets blown up by a wave and the boat comes in with no crew in it and all the paddles are everywhere. Called a yard sale. Little tidbit.
Go around them! It's a crew, damn it! Get the boat, extend an arm, now!
Hey, shout out to my boy Travis Lively right there. He was in my Buzz class 217, about 4 months, man. One of my best friends in the world. If you haven't caught it, catch that video up there. Me and Travis, we talked for about an hour. We working on some new stuff together, man. You might be seeing more of us, but that's my boy. Shout out to Travis, dog. I apologize for not helping you in the land nav course when you got attacked by the mountain lion. And you know how that go, bro. I could have got you to pass in 217. But shit, man, everybody man for themselves and buds. Apologize, bro. Hope you living well. Hey, that's Travis Lively, brother. That's my boy.
Same race!
Boat Crew 8 has won an earlier race and been allowed to rest before returning to the surf. Meanwhile, Holly and Boat Crew 3 receive a motivational timeout for their poor performance. Holly is learning. It pays to be a winner.
First morning is, you just pretty much expect the worst. And it was pretty bad. They hammered us pretty good. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been coming in.
My guy, Ensign Holly, I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. Maybe the worst words you could say when you get to SEAL training. Because I'm telling you right now, folks, if you're not ready when you get there, or you ain't got a Mount St. Helens pile of grit with you, hey, the outcome's not going to be good. Don't ever be that guy that's not prepared. Just telling you, don't do it. Get your help, get your mentorship, be over-prepared, man. Be 400% prepared for every test. And then the other thing is, every day is Tuesday, man. One of my big mantras in life, every day is Tuesday, because nobody give a shit about Tuesday. You work late, come to work early, no one care. Okay? The first day of Buzz, hell, every day of Buzz is hard. It should be, gotta be. Just remember, still in kindergarten.
Everybody but Demeter recovered. Boat Crew is waiting to participate in a race. And you're holding them up right now.
Instructors never forget a name, and neither will the class if the failure of an individual brings unwanted attention to the group. One of the ironies of Buds is that a student can excel in one event but fail in another. Demeter, the fastest runner in the morning run, is now singled out for his physical weakness.
Hurry up, Demeter!
So you guys hear me say this all the time, man. Demeter, shit, the fastest runner in the class, he sucks at everything else. He gonna quit, man, just how it is. Hey, make sure you go get my video, Tennessee captain of the swim team, fastest swimmer, quit. I'm just telling you, the fastest runner and the fastest swimmer are normally the first ones to DD mile. Get out of town.
Your boat crew's waiting on you!
Nice. You guys need to get a heck of a lot more aggressive than you already are.
Low carry. Want him? Coxswain, report. Go report.
Get on your knees! You want to be here?
You know what?
I don't think so. Your weakness can jeopardize your entire boat crew, get them killed in a hot situation. You better start putting out. They're kind of starting to pull it together. It's much better than they were this morning. They were soup sandwiches this morning. Boat crew 1, you better pay attention to detail. When you're given a command,
Surf passage is not simply an exercise for the students to get pounded on by the waves. It reinforces a bigger lesson, the main lesson of first phase. Individuals cannot survive in wartime. Class 234 must develop a trust in teamwork. No matter how high the surf is, no matter how cold and wet they become, trust in one another is the essential SEAL trait for survival, at BUD/S or in war.
You guys ready to put out now? Same race. Go.
It's just determination. They got to have their minds and hearts in it. If they don't have that, then they don't have anything.
Hey, I want you to look at one thing in the video. Take a look at the guys out in the front, how hard they're digging their paddles in and how much water they're moving with the paddles. The shitbirds in the back that are into all that shit and getting their boat turned around, if you look closely, you can see they don't even have their paddles in the water. They just paddle in the air. They got a little tip of their paddle in the water, but them dudes in the front are digging deep, digging that paddle in for all that gravy to get them going fast. Little note I just picked up on the video. It's interesting, man. The fast guys dig paddles deep.
This big bomb is out there, even bigger. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Got it! Put it in there! There got it! Yes!
There it is. Oh, yeah.
Paddling! Oh, he got it!
Quit paddling.
So listen, man. There was times as the OIC of the boat coxswain, I'm going to say abandon ship, and we all going to dive out the boat. Because I know, like, there's close times, but you don't want to be in the boat when the boat flip over. You don't want the boat to land on you. You don't want to land on your buddies. Okay? When them waves come crashing down in the boat, man, bad things happen. Bad things. I saw my guy, Caldron. The boat did like that. He got shot 70 yards in the air and lawn darted into the berm during El Nino. Broke his whole back. He was able to come back and finish about 6 months later. But like, look, abandoned boat is a real call, man. Get the hell out the boat. We're about to have some wave problems. Let's see how these boat fared. It got turned over, flipped upside down, spun around. The other thing to know is, hey, man, when you get caught in them waves like that, that's about an 8-footer. It pins you to the bottom of the ocean for about 15, 20 seconds. It's completely black. You can't see nothing. And then the light comes on and you rise to the surface in your life jacket. It's a crazy experience, but you got to hold your breath down there at the bottom of the ocean because you can't get off the bottom because the wave is holding you down.
You got 7 heads out there?
When these waves come down on them, and it pretty much, it'll flip the boat over and it'll turn them into little ants and sugar. But then the calmer it gets, it's just no fun. And then we do foot races and whatnot.
If your back's not straight, your butt is in the air. Nolan, butt in the air. There you go. How tough was that? That's the rest position.
It's only going to get worse, Nolan. It's only going to get worse.
Hey, there's other programs out there, Nolan. Rangers, SBU, something else, Nolan.
Every single day you're planting that seed. You're bringing them a situation where they have to struggle to overcome some kind of obstacle, but most of it's mental. They overcome it and they go on. If they don't, you know.
Why are you wearing those bars?
Khalid.
You realize that if you make it to a team, that you might be in charge of me.
Oh, yeah.
You think you can take command and charge over me?
Not ready yet.
Hey! It's obvious.
No one is immune to pain, but getting seriously injured is the one thing every student fears the most. If the injury is severe enough, the student will be dropped or rolled back, and he must start all over again.
We made it all the way out. But then on the way back in, this wave went right behind us and it just made the boat and went up like that. And my leg went in between the main tube and the cross tube. And when the boat went.
Yo, we saw that boat get flipped upside down. They didn't abandon ship, man. Coxswain should have made a call a lot earlier. Listen, man. Everybody get hurt. Everybody gets hurt at BUD/S. Everybody does. Ain't nobody immune, okay? I had a guy in my class had a bum-ass ankle for like 6 weeks. Limped around. Hey, if you want to graduate, you push through it. Everybody get hurt at Buzz. Nobody's immune from getting hurt, ever. So look, this dude sitting here talking about how he got his ankle twisted up in the boat and all that. Hey, spit on that motherfucker and let's go. We ain't got time for this shit.
It just kind of rolled my ankle with it. It was all real quick. You always have to have your paddles in the water if the wave's about to break on you, or if you're in the wash. If your paddle's not in the water, you're just really screwed.
That hurt?
Yes. Yeah.
Right here? Try to stand up, walk on.
I can walk on it, okay.
Go ahead and put your boot, your sock, and everything back on.
Yeah. You know, after getting like some movement back in it, you'll take some Motrin, you know, and then I ought to be able to do it. You know, hopefully it won't affect me that much. I gotta get back to class.
Hey man, good on that young dude right there, man. Good on him. Cause here's the deal. Ain't nobody give a shit how bad you hurt. Keep pushing. Right? You heard David Goggins talk about all these damn stress fractures he had doing his shit with duct tape. Hey man, no one cares. Okay? Dude got back up, got with his class. 2 hours from now, his ankle won't be hurt no more. Either that or his leg will be numb and he won't feel it. Either way, he's still in the class. He hasn't quit because he isn't dead yet. You know, I'll die before I quit. Plain and simple. Got to have that mentality. You will be tested in this program. You will be tested at Buzz.
After hundreds of push-ups, a 4-mile timed run, and paddling in 12-foot waves in 56-degree water, 2 students are gone and 1 is slightly injured. There are 5 months, 3 weeks, 4 days, and 5.5 hours left until Class 234 graduates.
Yo, it just hit me, man. We got this lady on here doing this narration, man. They should have had James Earl Jones, one of them big, deep voices on here, man. Anyway, she just said there's 5 months left. Let me tell you the brass tacks, folks. The first day of Buzz, you already been involved in the program for roughly about 4 months. Then you can go to 6 months of Buzz. Then you got a year of SQT, roughly, give or take, about 9 months. Do the math. That's 2 years. So don't for a second think that kindergarten is only 5 months long, 6 months long. That ain't the case. But the fact that they keep giving this ticker in here lets you think that people are thinking about it, man. All the people that make it just take it one day at a time, one evolution at a time, one instant at a time. Because if you're worried about the future, you'll never make it there, man. You'll never make it. Hope you enjoyed that fire-ass video from Buzz Class 234. Shout out to Travis Lively, my homeboy from 217. As always, man, if you like the content, smash the subscribe button. You loved it, share it with your friends. Hit the little bell right over there so that we can get that ding every time I drop some new fire on the internet. Hey, I said at the beginning, if you guys want to shoot a video with me or a Zoom, you got some questions about what you're trying to do, you know we building everything over here from FBI officers, Navy pilots, Air Force pilots, Marine Corps pilots. Hell, we just had a kid graduate from OCS on Friday. Shout out to my dude. Big banger, bro. Big banger, going to fly jets in the Marine Corps. Okay? Hit me up at Jake Zweig, jake.zweig@gmail. You can find it in the description. And as always, we building motherfucking champions for life.